Guys, I don't know what that was, but we are back, and we're back with Dylan. Dylan, let's give it a couple minutes to see if people
All right.
reattach. We had about 1,500 people going there, so let's see if we can get
Okay.
them, most of them back. Showing that it's live here on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did YouTube restart too?
I think we're back.
Y'all back there with us? That was crazy. Facebook
Nope.
stopped it. YouTube stopped it.
I'm still having problems on Facebook. It's just says waiting for live videos.
No,
again.
Barbara Ryan said we back.
Okay.
Hey, Barbara, how you doing? How's Connecticut, baby? We got Dylan. Gail Banks is back too. All right, Gail. All right, so I guess we back. Y'all, this is not me. I got my stuff together here. This is Facebook and YouTube giving us a hard time today. So y'all come on back. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes. There we go. We got people coming back now.
Oh, it's a new stream. Okay.
It's
Started a whole
it
new
wind up
stream.
having to do a new stream. Eric, can you put that up on the Facebook and the YouTube to let them know that it started a new stream?
Okay, I got it. Yeah, if they just go to the homepage, they'll see it. I'm checking. Yep. Okay.
Sorry about that, y'all. That wasn't on me, but I will apologize. That was Eric. Tell them that wasn't on me.
It wasn't you.
Right on. What's up, bro? Okay, good. We got some people. Oh, South Boston. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Barbara. So sorry. South Boston in the house. Right on. All right. We got my man Dylan. So I'm gonna put you backstage again, Eric.
Okay.
All right, Dylan, if you will continue, my brother. Sorry about that.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, at around 14, 15, I was still doing stuff, sitting in with my stepdad and stuff. And I would see the different scenes and see what they would do. And I was doing a lot of research. So I was doing a lot of research on Johnny Taylor, on Donny Hathaway, on all of those people that really made R&B and soul a huge thing. Yeah. I made sure that I checked all of them out. Lil Milton, you know what I mean? All of those phenomenal artists, you know what I mean? That
I'm good friends with his son and their family, man, because a lot of people don't play Little Milton stuff. They're afraid to do it, but I got horns and B3. We come in there butt naked, let it hang out. So I love it.
Exactly. Walking the back streets and crying.
Yeah, walk the back streets and crying. Grits ain't grocery is the one I play the most.
Eggs ain't poultry, and Mona Lisa was a man.
And Mona Lisa was a man. Go ahead, come on.
So yeah, that was most definitely one of my favorite artists. I actually do a lot of his music. I did a lot of his music most recently whenever I was in Brazil in August. I really covered Lil Milton. Lil Milton is like one of the big folk for me. So I started researching on them and seeing a lot of live shows and stuff they were doing and seeing what they would do online. And I actually caught a lot of my mannerisms and how I carried myself from those OGs. You know what I mean? All those people that I would look up to on the scene if they were around me. You know what I mean? So it was a huge moment for me, learning all of that and expanding my brain. So about 16, around like Father's Day, I auditioned for The Voice.
Oh, right on.
And they wouldn't, I was, yep. So I tried out for that, and I was 16 years old at the time. So it was a rocky situation. So
yeah, but they like them young.
Making it.
They like them young over there, and they were trying to get me.
They do.
They tried to, but they were trying to get me from years back to do The Voice and not American Got Talent, it was The Voice or whatever the other one was. And I was like, man,
American Idol.
One of them, I'm like, I already got record deals, man. I've been in the business a while. I've had some a modicum of success. So I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I think that if you're a young starting out artist, it's pretty cool because what other opportunity did you get a chance to be in front of that many people, whether win, lose, or draw?
Right.
That's why I tell people about the VMAs and the the IBC. People like, well, we didn't win, and
Yep.
I'm like, it don't matter where you won or not. I didn't win. I took second place when back in the day when I competed. The thing was, all the blues people, all the soul people, all the festivals, all the agents, all the booking agents, all the management, everybody is there, and just you getting the opportunity to go, you already won.
Exactly. It's the network. The network is actually the win. You know what I mean? It ain't really about. And so I actually did not make it. But that same day, I ended up meeting Marquise Knox for the first time. I ended up running into him at the Blues Museum in St. Louis. And he talked to me and he was like, yeah, I'm going to take you under my wing. We're going to make something happen. And every moment since then was like, it was me learning from him and learning my craft from him and, you know, sharpening my craft and sharpening my tool set and making sure that everything that I had was exactly what I needed it to be. I think that I was doing, I had been doing backgrounds for a lady in St. Louis. She does a lot of soul stuff and her name is Carolyn Mason. I was doing backgrounds for a while and, you know, it was cool and all, but she was like, you need your own band. She was like, you need your own band this time. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. So I got my own band and I was getting that set up and, you know, it started to mold after a little while. It took me a little minute to get that going. You know what I mean? It ain't really, it's not an overnight thing. It's something that takes a lot of cultivating.
I did a song years ago off my album, actually, was it Dangerous or was it Blind Alley? And it's called Overnight Sensation. And part of that, I'm in there, I say, overnight sensation, say more like 30 years, but now you know me. You know? Yeah. Go ahead.
It's exactly that. So it was like, I didn't win. Like I said, I was okay with, like he said, he was gonna take on that torch and teach me whatever he needed to teach me. And I was willing to learn and I was willing to listen. You know what I mean? That's something that I made sure was important to me. And so I actually started to, once I started to like inherit different characters and stuff, you know what I mean, of the St. Louis artists. And,
right.
So
well,
after
St.
a
Louis
little
got
while,
his own sound.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the whole like.
And don't you see that with the blues and soul all over though? Like everywhere has their own sound. West Coast cats don't sound like the cats from New York. The New York cats don't sound like the cats from Florida.
Right.
Florida cats don't sound like the cats from Georgia, Mississippi. I mean, and that's what makes them. So I tell people when they like, well, I just like this artist. Like, well, you know, the blues is like a buffet, baby. Soul is like a buffet. You know, there's a lot of different meals, and you don't know.
A lot of little tastes. A lot of
tastes.
Exactly. A lot of tastes. So I was like, okay, I need to find my comfort zone, find something that I'm comfortable with. You know what I mean? Find something that fits me. And it took, in 22 years of my life, I still don't know where I'm going to be in the next so-and-so amount of years. You know what I mean? Things change every day.
I would tell you that it will change. The only thing that doesn't change, and I don't mean that in a facetious way, is you. You know what I mean? The industry changes overnight. You know, I remember, you know, I play somewhere between 180 to 300 shows a year. And all of a sudden, the industry changed to, I couldn't get a bookings because my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter numbers wasn't up. And I was like, what the hell has that got to do? They're like, well, you know, you need a few thousand, this, that. I'm like, that's fine and dandy. But my story still was all like, I have like 20,000 on Facebook now and however many on Instagram and whatever. And I said, you know, that's great. But how many of those people that I have are where I'm playing today? If I'm going to London, how many of my fans, how many of that 20,000 people actually live in London? So what, I mean, it's weird. You know, our industry is strange, you know, it is strange, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. What that Q-Tip say?
And that is
rule number 4080, record company people. So come on there. Come on.
That's that one. That's the one.
That's the one.
So I mean,
I think you have a full band?
I do. I actually had a whole unit that I was working with for a couple years, and then I rebranded myself from Little Dylan. I was Little Dylan for a long time. You know what I mean? I was a little kid doing this, and I didn't know what I was doing. But then, you know, 2018, 19, you know, I'm in school, and I'm graduated from high school, going to college. You know what I mean? Learning classical music too. You know what I mean? So a lot of the stuff is not even just, it's from me classically, like me starting to go to school and learn the other methods of how to do my voice and change my voice around. You know what I mean? And it's it was a lot of classical music. I did a lot of classical music. Got the chance to tour Mexico with my classical music.
Right on.
And yeah, so I mean, I read sheet music, you know, all of that stuff. So it's stuff that's certain things that a lot of people aren't familiar with. You know what I mean? As artists, that will set you apart from everything else. You know what I mean? Being able to actually read sheet music and understand.
If you want to do session work like me, I can't sight read, but I've gotten good enough over the years. You give it to me, let me take it home. By the time I come back tomorrow, I'm ready. Now I wish, you know, I have guys in my band that are, most of the guys in the band are multi-instrumentalist. Most of them have, you know, like all my horn guys are all college educated with music. My bass player graduated, I think he has a BA or master's in something in music. And but Drake and I, we just old school. We learned from, you know, the old school way where they just threw you in the water, like sink and swim.
Yep.
You know, you gonna learn. You either gonna learn or you gonna starve. One of the two. So, but that is pretty cool. Classical music. That reminds me of my buddy Mike Ledbetter, because I think Ledbetter, God rest his soul, love that cat, great voice. Ledbetter was opera before he came over to the blues. So, you know, he had that ability to change his voice. And you know, I had to learn how to smoothly transition from my deep baritone voice into a falsetto and blah, blah, blah. You know, I throw the falsetto out there just to freak people out, because as big as I am, they just not expecting, like, the hell? You know, like, you know, but that's pretty cool. So when you say you rebranded yourself, how did your band change?
I actually ended up remastering. I got all new members. You know what I mean? It was the band wasn't fitting the actual music that I was doing. You know what I mean? It was like it was actually like, you know how it is when it's time to move on, when it's time to, you know what I mean? There's a time for everything and anything under the sun. That's what I was always told. You know what I mean? There's always a time for everything. So I make sure that my timing is correct. I don't want my timing to be off. I want my timing to be perfect. So around my 21st birthday, I started rebranding myself from Little Dylan to Dylan Triplett. You know what I mean? And it just all lined up shortly after that. And then after a while, they were like, yeah, you know what? You're not a kid no more. You actually somebody that's been doing this for a long time. And we really haven't acknowledged that. You know what I mean? So around 2019, 20, I did the IBC. I tried out for the IBC, and you know, I had us some new suits, and we was all dressed up, all fancy and stuff, and we went up there and performed, and I lost. I lost very bad. You
didn't lose, you know like I said. Being there is the win.
It wasn't a loss. It wasn't a loss, because if I didn't lose the IBC, I wouldn't have met Larry Fulcher. I met Larry.
Oh, that's why Larry called me today. You know, Larry called me when I was on the way back from the airport today. Johnny Baker say, I'm gonna be listening in the car. Larry Fulcher. So you with Larry, you know, Larry.
That's my producer.
Larry's your producer?
Yeah, he played bass on my album and everything.
Right on, Larry. You dirty mother. That's why I didn't know. All right. I was like, did I tell Larry I was interviewing him today? I'm like, okay. Yeah, now I get it. Now I'm putting two and two together.
So. Yes, so well, look, he came to St. Louis and did all his recording stuff with me, and you know, here it is. I mean, the album, you know, it's been 2 years since, like, we recorded that album in 2019.
Right on.
That album came out this year. You know, COVID knocked a lot of stuff down.
Well,
you know
and it was smart. It was smart, because I know a lot of people released albums during COVID, and now you know, we finished my album. We released a couple singles, but we was holding on the album because we were like, man, you can't go out and tour. You can't, you know, it's kind of like spitting in the wind. So I think it was smart to hold the album, man. So how's sales going? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, how's it being received at the moment?
I mean, it's going very well. You know, I've been in the top 20 since the album has released in at least one of the radio charts. You know what I mean? I get an update once every week or once every month. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is going very well. You know what I mean? I've gotten over 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Whenever the album came out, it was number 4 on iTunes. You know, there's been a lot of really good things that came from this album being released, you know, and so and then I got the chance to I got the chance to perform my actual music in Brazil when I went out there with the Semi Brothers. You know, I went out there and did some stuff with the Semi Brothers.
I don't know if I know
and toured around Brazil.
The Semi Brothers. I don't know. I saw that on your. Are those the young cats that were playing with you on the last video? You know what?
Yep.
Matter of fact, let me take me off. Hold on, what you about to say? Let me take me off the screen. I want to play another video by you, and I think this is you and the Semi Brothers. Is that what it's saying?
Right. Yep.
I met a girl last night, we went out for a good time. We went to a club about 18th and Vine. She drank 5 quarts of beer and I just shook my head. She ordered 5 more quarts and jumped straight up and said, she said, oh, I feel so good. She said, oh, baby, I wonder how you could. She said, well, take this table right here, it's right close to the bar, so the bartender won't have to just walk so far. Every 5 or 10 minutes, she say, I gotta step around here. Every time she go out and come back, she want another quart of beer and holler, oh, I feel so good. I said, oh, baby, I wonder how you could. Nice steak and chicken, baby, what will you have? She said 3 orders of chicken and an order of steak to spare. She said don't forget the pie, I must have my dessert. I believe you got rubber gut, baby, if your stomach don't hurt. She said, oh, I feel so good. I said, oh, baby, I wonder how you could. Nothing else, baby, my money's about gone. I only got $10 more and I left it at home. I said, I got to go, is there any other thing you like? She said, I'll keep a table, daddy, if you go home and hurry back. I said, no, you don't feel that good. She said, oh, baby, I could if you.
Yeah, I like that, baby. I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So let me ask you real quick then. Work with Larry. I love Larry. Larry just good people. My question is, like, what is your writing process? We lost your vocals again. We lost your vocals again. Yeah, we lost his vocals. All right, Dylan, don't go nowhere. Let's try it again. And I think it's because your internet is a little slow where you at. So I'm gonna pull you off stage, and let's do what we did a few minutes ago. Let's come back again, and then I'll bring you back up. Let me play one here. And the question of the day, your favorite quotes, baby. We're talking about favorite quotes today. That is the question of the day. Favorite quote. I got you right on. Favorite quotes are the question of the day. Dylan, there you go. That worked.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I think it's just your internet is slow, so it's bouncing in and out. So if that happens and we don't hear you, just pop back in.
Okay.
Brazil, man, I've been down there 3-4 times, probably 4 times with my buddy Igor Prado and those guys and the Igor Prado family.
Yeah, man.
Back in the day. I'll tell you though, and my buddy Rico now lives here in the States. He's playing with what you call it up in Chicago with what is that man's name? Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, I was shocked how much soul and blues there was in Brazil. And you know, the young people come out to the shows. It ain't just us old heads. They come out, man. They come out ready to do their thing.
Yes.
How long were you down there, and where did you record the album?
I was down in Brazil for about 2 weeks the last time I went. I recorded the album in St. Louis. I recorded that over at Blue Lotus Studios. And I ended up, I'm going back. You know, I'm supposed to be going back in November. Okay. I'm leaving out the 11th, and I'll be back the 28th to the States. So I'm gonna be spending the whole about 3 weeks to a month out there. You know, so it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? So the album was recorded, and it was a love project, man. It was so many people on there. Kudison Kai, I know she shouted you out earlier today. She was a background singer on there. You know, she sings with Shaka Khan, and you know all the cool people. Maxanne Lewis, she did some some voices for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. You know what I mean? And you know, she done sang with a number of folk. I mean, I can't count the list. You know what I mean? Didn't know none of these folk when I walked in the studio, but once I walked out, I knew exactly who they was.
Yeah, she's a bad mother, man. We did I don't do very much background singing anymore, but I did one with me and Temptation album, and it was me, her, and Jennifer doing the background vocals, Jennifer Magnuson. That was a lot of fun. We was out all day that day. But you know, I got some videos with her with Shaka and some other people back. You know, she's a bad mother, man. And Maxine, bad. I mean, all these women you talking about, you know, they bad, heavy, baby, heavyweight vocals, you know.
Yes, most definitely. So I went down to California and I did all of that stuff, and I worked with Johnny Lee Shell, and you know, we recorded the second half of it. You know,
I've done more I've done more recording at Johnny's place, man. Did he have his dog? What's the dog name? I always forget his dog name.
Yeah. He had the dog. He had the dog, a little older dog. Yep.
Yeah, Johnny
just
Johnny
chilling
like
inside
me,
the studio.
We stick our heads, but he don't smoke his anymore. He just chew them. Yeah,
he got an orange tree in the backyard. Yeah. Him, Joe Sublet, Mike Finnegan. You know, I know.
Oh, did you get to play with Mike?
I had a chance to meet all of them folks.
Yeah, Mike
played on the album.
That B3 sounded familiar. Mike and I, we did the last interview with Mike a few days before he passed, and I've known Mike through Tony Bronigal and all those guys and Larry Fulcher. You know, I've recorded a lot. There's a hidden album that we did for German Cat called I can't think of the name of it. Their full album, really soulful album, and it's all us together. Me, Johnny Chanel, Bronigal, Fulcher, Finnegan, what you call it, up out of the Bay Area from a little village. But you know, Mike. You know what people don't know about Mike? I don't know if you got to hear it. I don't know if you've seen it. You talking about some singing. Mike sound like an old Negro from the church, bro.
Old deacon, a church deacon.
he bad. He was bad, man. Mike
he bad, most definitely. It had an ear like no other, and I mean, could actually play off of your words so well. Like I know in Barnyard Blues, one of the first tracks on the album. The second verse says 3 little chickens, see, they're sitting on the fence. One started clucking and the other soon commits. He made that organ sound like it was actually clucking. I was like, oh man,
Mike was bad.
I was like,
man.
Dude, you are unbeatable.
When did y'all record the album? I'm trying to wonder if that was before he found out about the cancer and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was early. We started recording the album 2019. Okay. I went down to California in December of 2019,
So,
and
yeah, it
we
was before.
finished the last half of it. Yeah,
Right.
it was before. So
Yeah,
I got
Jim-
the chance
Jim-
to meet him whenever he was in his, whenever he
Yeah.
wasn't feeling, not feeling too great. You know what I mean? I got the chance to meet him, and it was an honor.
Still able to, he was still able to play, though, so that's cool.
Right.
Mary Hart, thank you. Yeah, Jim Pugh, my buddy Jim Pugh. I don't know why I can never remember Jim's name sometimes. So, man, that's pretty good. Yeah, if you got a few more minutes, hang out with us. I'm gonna play one more. I'm gonna play a clip from one of my old albums here, and you guys were hanging with Dylan Triplett. And if you guys have not heard, now you know. But hold on a second, y'all. Dylan, you stay on the screen. We go.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you women, you better find yourself a man. And I'm telling you women, you better find yourself a man. Because the depression is coming on, and you're gonna need a helping hand. Now all you ponytails, TV mamas too, yes, you running around bragging what your man can do. You say he makes plenty of money and he spends it all on you. But if he keeps that up, he's gonna be in the suit line too. Depression blues. And I hate these depression blues. My papa stole a chicken, my mama fried it hard. The reason why she did it, baby, he couldn't steal no Lord. These depression blues. Oh, I hate these depression blues. Oh, people, I hate these depression blues. I'm gonna tell all you women, you better find yourself a man. And all you women, find yourself a man. Because the depression is coming, honey, you gonna need a helping hand.
That's been a while since I played that, man. I hadn't heard that in a while. That was way back in the day. I don't even remember when that album came out. When did that album come out? Eric, you got an idea? And that was my buddy Kid Anderson on lead guitar there, and it was everybody. Kid Anderson, Kid Ramos, Willie J. Camel. Let me give a shout out to Willie J. Camel. We're going down and do some recording here, leaving on the 18th to go down his way down to Louisiana and do some recording. Y'all know that Willie J, from the bass player from the Fabulous Thunderbirds and many years with the Managed Boys, was just diagnosed with ALS. And me, Janova, a bunch of us, we all going down and put together. He wanted to do one last album, so we're going down to do that for him. I actually have a GoFundMe on my Facebook page for him. So if your heart is so moved or so inclined, please go over there and fund it. We've lost during this COVID thing. We've lost so many great, lost artists all over the world. But in the blues world, we've lost a lot of artists. And also Larry Blackman is dealing with cancer now. I don't know if he's put anything out there. We want you guys to send prayers for him. I know if Larry has a GoFundMe or not, but Larry, I saw he was on here. Larry, thank you for being here, brother. Larry Blackman. I love you. Every time me, you, and the missus and all of us get together, it's nothing but fun and good times. Also, my main man, the chef, he always sending me stuff from Slap Your Mama, Mr. Eric Wright here in Arizona. We're gonna do a benefit for him on the 30th of October at the Rhythm Room. He survived cancer 3 times, but it's come back on him really, really hard this time, y'all. And if you're around in the Arizona area, the Rhythm Room on the 30th, they should be posting something, and Eric Sessman will post something up. I know he will once I get it and get it to him. So we have Mr. Dylan Triplett, ladies and gentlemen. So Dylan, you've been playing a while now. You're doing good. The blues community is getting to know who you are. What are your thoughts on the blues community so far? And since how much have you played? How many like festivals and whatnot have you played around this country yet? Have you get out there and run around yet?
My first time meeting the blues community in its entirety was at Memphis in May, whenever the IBC was happening and the Blues Music Awards were happening. I went down there and I had a set every night at the Rum Boogie, Boogie every night.
I saw some videos of that. I didn't know who you were, but I saw the videos. I remember saying like, man, that kid got a good voice, man.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. That was a fun night, bro. I think every night from the very beginning, I walked in there with the mindset because everybody was doing a shuffle. You know what I mean? All of the music was on point. The music was on point from the moment that I walked in there, from the moment that I left. And I knew it was still going after I left. You know what I mean? They go for a long time.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was very much so all shuffles and slow blueses and you know what I mean, and trots and all of that stuff like that. And I was like, that's cool. And I said, what can I do to make myself complete? And I pulled out This Is a Man's World. And I pulled out I Feel Good, James Brown. You know what I mean? Stuff that nobody else is doing. And that right there was the telling point for everything else after that. Once I started doing that stuff, I got really comfortable on stage and I started spreading my wings more, and it got more and more comfortable. So after a while, I started meeting people and really talking to people. You know, I went down to the Pine Top Perkins festival that they had down in Clarksdale. I was down there performing at the Ground Zero in Clarksdale. That same week, Gina had us in the car rolling. We were rolling. It was no doubt everywhere we was going. I mean, that was the first time Gina and I had fully worked together and actually like got together and met each other for the first time. We had been talking for about 2 years before then, but that was the first introduction, and we were like, all right, we're going into this strong. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. And we had some moments, some memories. We most definitely shared some laughs. I think my most memorable moment at that time.
I have literally toured the world with Gina, and I like Gina. Gina's good people, and I will tell you this: Gina knows everybody, and then the people that they thought they didn't know, they know Gina, and she can get stuff done. And I mean, she was doing a really good. And I was happy that I found out that you was with her because she was doing a really good job with the Let Better Welch project. They were blowing up until, unfortunately, like I said, what happened to Mike, and she was doing great. She always did a great job with us with the Managed Boys, despite Randy Sharkoff. So we love her. Matter of fact, how much time you got? Because I've been talking to death. I mean, the cool thing about this is people all over the world, literally all over the world, are seeing you for the first time. So that's pretty cool. But I knew you on vacation with family, and actually your partner's family. So that's even more important. So I don't want to take too much time. I don't want them getting upset. So you tell me.
I got a couple more minutes. And then I'm gonna head out.
All right. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull myself off, and you just mentioned that, I'm gonna put this up here, and this will be the last video of you, y'all. This is Dylan Triplett. Y'all check.
Oh, you pull that. That's
It's Dylan Triplett. They call me Little Dylan on the blues scene. So. Actually, I'm going to be down at the Blues Museum on July the 8th this Sunday from 4 to 7.
This was the impromptu, y'all. He didn't know anything about it. I'm just throwing up there on him. Come on, man.
Now I'm a man, less than the age of 21. Well, you gonna believe me, baby, I had lots of fun. I'm a man, that's spelled M-A-H-R-N-Child. Oh, I'm a man, I'm a rolling stone. I'm a man, a hoochie coochie man. I spell M-A-H-R-N-Child. I spell that represents man, not to be old child. Why? That means madness, boy. I'm a man, I'm a full-grown man. I'm a man, I'm a rolling stone. I'm a man, a hoochie coochie man, sitting on the outside, just me and my mate. You know I made to love you, honey. Come up 2 hours late, 'cause I'm a man.
At freaking YouTube, they just play whatever.
Oh, child.
Oh man, look at that video. It makes it, I'm so grateful to know where I am now, because man, that was now I'm a man.
But it's good, but it's good to go back and look at that stuff, man, because you can see your own growth. That was pretty good, baby.
Yeah,
we know you got to go. So like I said, people all over the world. I don't know if you saw some of that, Spain and the Netherlands and Norway, but
yes,
I know you got to go. So before you go, just give us your info and say your name one more time and where you going to be at next.
Well, my name is Dylan Triplett. My album's name is Who Is He? And I am going to be on the legendary Blues Cruise this October from the 29th to the 5th of November.
Is it your first one?
This is my first blues cruise.
I'm gonna give you some advice.
This is my first blues cruise.
Pace yourself. not just with the drinking. Not just with drinking. I don't even know if you drink.
With the music.
Yes, because when it's your first one, you want to see everything, but music is going on 24/7, and you don't want to be hoarse for your own show. And it's crazy because it's one of the few times that all of us are in one place and everybody's playing with everybody. You're like, when am I going to get a chance to play with this cat again? I got to go play. But remember, you're an artist now. You got a show you got to be able to do. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm quick to take a nap on somebody. I will go to sleep real quick, and I'm going to bed. That's the one thing I will do. Once it's time for me to go to bed, it is time for me to go to bed. But I intend to be as active as I possibly can and making sure that I connect and make sure that those experiences are not forgotten. Not for just myself, but for everybody else around me. You know what I mean? So I got that. And then right after that, I will be going back to Brazil from the 11th of November to the 28th. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you can find me on DylanTriplettMusic.com.
Eric, did you put that up there? There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. We're going to leave that up on the screen for the remainder of the show. So everyone can copy that down. Dylan, thank you so much for taking our time on vacation. Tell the family that Sugar is so sorry because I'm from the country and I know what that means. But tell them that I appreciate them. And if they don't like it, they can come holler at me. No, I'm just kidding. Tell them I appreciate that. And for letting us have this time. And thank you for taking that. Because this was like short notice. I mean, you just found out last night. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. And I appreciate that, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dylan Triplett. All his info is up there. His Facebook, his music.com, his Amazon, his Apple, and his Spotify. So Wizard of Oz, as always, because he's fast. I always tell people he type like them people at the airport. You ever see him type like I be talking and he be typing like transcribing at the same time. I'm like, how the hell he does that? Deb Lux, how you doing? Julie Richardson, love you, baby. How you doing? I hope you're feeling good. Come in for a minute. You're watching Tree Climbers today. I'm not even gonna ask what that's all about. Gail Banks, right on, Dylan. So I hope you enjoyed the show, man. When you blow up, I hope you don't forget us and you'll come back and do the show again. But like Gina
man,
just said,
an honor. It's an
I
honor.
see you out there somewhere. We're gonna get together, you know.
Oh, most definitely. It's not gonna be too soon from now. It's not gonna be too far from now either. It's gonna be
it'll happen. I'm you know, I took a little time and relaxed a little bit, dealing with the cancer with the wife, but she's doing a lot better. She's in remission at the moment, so you know I'm back out there. Matter of fact, my next show is
that's good.
What is my next show? My next show is Tucson, I think it is, or it may be Denmark. We headline the Blues Haven, and then we're going to World Records. So we'll be out there. We out there.
Nice.
We would definitely see you soon, young man. Keep on keeping on, and don't let nobody stand in your way. Trouble ain't number stumbling blocks. And you stand on top of them stumbling blocks, you're higher than you was before you started. That's the way I look at it, baby.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Just
that's
keep
it.
on, keep it on. Let's just say, I'm coming up on the rough side,
on the rough side
of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it in. Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
I mean, that's all. That's what it's about. That's what soul and blues is about.
Definitely.
And you definitely got the soul, and you got the blues, baby. So I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing how far you're going, and keep going. No, it's my honor. And like I said, you are the first person on the Suga Shack. The hundreds of shows, I'm not sure how many we've done, 90, 80, 90 shows, something like that. You're the first person that I talked to that hasn't been a quote unquote close personal friend. So this is really cool. You make me bring out all my interview skills.
Most definitely. Well, now look, from here on out now, anytime I call, we're gonna most definitely be talking for a while. So
you got my number, right?
Family. Yep. I sure do.
All right. You can call me anytime. I'm usually always up.
Most definitely. Me too.
Eric laughing in the background because he know, like, I don't usually go to bed until about 5 or 6 in the morning, and then I'm up by 10. So that's me. I don't sleep about 4 hours a day. So we are
the night owls.
now.
Most definitely.
I know, Eric. Did you get his info so you guys can talk? You want to talk to him about helping out with his website and stuff?
No, just stay online. Just stay on, and we'll chat after the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sugaray Rayford. We lost you. I lost you again.
No, he's good.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Stay there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you get it from Ray? Can you get it from Sugar?
You got to run? Yeah, I sure can.
I think I sent it to you, Eric.
Yep.
Okay.
I called myself, texted it to you. So make sure you got that out. I'll get to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Triplett, this has been the Suga Shack. And it's been the question of the day was, what was your favorite quote? What is your favorite quote? Big Red, how you doing, mama? Big Red, when I was over in Milwaukee doing the play, Ain't Nothing But the Blues, gave me my first Wisconsin cheese curds. We sat down in some of the places and I ate cheese curds. That was cool. Dylan has to go. As always, the Wizard of Oz and I are here. We thank you guys. We apologize for the snafu, which wasn't our fault this time. There was Facebook and YouTube. But as always, please, for God's sakes, be good to one another and to yourself. And we will see you